And this week, a huge congratulations to Ilona for your first ESPYs nomination.
Thank you. Very exciting.
That's huge, dude. How did it feel when you heard?
I was like, oh, that's chill. That's really cool. It's funny. It's for Best Breakthrough Athlete, which, I've been playing this for 7 years now professionally, but, sometimes it takes a lot to break through. And I'm happy I was able to do it in my, 7th year of playing this. But there have been some great athletes who've got it in the past. So really excited. I've been voting and getting everybody to vote. So we'll see. I mean, I'm hoping to go and to get to just be in the room with some also great people.
Get all dressed up. Show up and show off. What are we thinking?
That's all I like to do. I like getting dressed up. I like, even though it's for sports, bringing the femininity, the beauty to it. And I'm excited. I love being in those spaces. I love getting to meet people who are also like-minded, who've worked hard. And I think this is the first time rugby's ever been nominated in anything. And to be a women's rugby player, how kind of cool is that,
And so you can vote. The link will be in our social bios to go vote for Ilona. You can vote every day across multiple devices. So I'm going to need everybody to lock in and do that because
lock in.
No one is more deserving because that's so true about like you breaking through. You've been breaking in and breaking through for so many years, but it's that same thing. It's like it takes many years to be an overnight success.
I kind of think of it as like best new artist at the Grammys. Like, no one is a new artist. Like the whole thing of Sabrina Carpenter getting nominated after she just had 5-6 albums. It's not that you're just a brand new rugby player. It's just like you've had a breakthrough moment.
True.
A huge breakthrough moment.
True. This is my Grammys.
This is your Grammys. Your ESPYs.
Are you going to like have a speech prepared or how does that work for you?
I don't really know what's happening, to be honest. I think I will, maybe. But then I get worried that if you have a speech prepared, you won't get it,
You're jinxing yourself.
But also I think that I just would have some points that I'd really want to hit. And so I would have at least some bullet points out there that I make sure to mention.
I love it. Be prepared, but not overly prepared.
You're maybe not like
respectful of it.
Yes. Well, I'm not one to ever just like read word for word either. So it just be bullets so that I can kind of like say things, but also be myself up there.
You're very good, just like off the head brain. And I do that a lot when I have meetings for you where, like ahead of, the panels that you did in France and everything, they wanted to make sure you were prepped and you knew. And I was like, honestly, don't tell her the questions. She's better when she's just ripping away with whatever comes to her brain. So I think that's kind of fun. I think Juju Watkins won this last year.
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So this is a very cool award.
Good company for whoever wins.
Yes.
Which hopefully you will win. I'm in there. I'm voting. Vote.
The WNBA just announced that it's going to be expanding to 18 teams by 2030 with new franchises in Cleveland, Detroit, and Philadelphia. How exciting.
Yes! I'm so pumped.
Are you?
I love it. I'm not, okay, I don't watch WNBA. I don't watch a lot of sports voluntarily besides Ilona's. But I love to follow and like see things online. So like watching, having this one league succeed, I think it's a huge thing for women.
Which is great because there's like barely any teams now. So it's so cutthroat because like every year the WNBA has their drafts, but barely, I mean, with only how many teams there are, only 12 players like make a bench or something. There's not enough for these amazing players that are coming out of it. So good that there's more and expanding and also like having great players all over the country,
And they have such short seasons, the WNBA, so hopefully this can also lengthen the season.
That's a good point.
The players are also negotiating for a higher salary. Do you guys know what Caitlin Clark's current WNBA salary is?
I actually do think I know. I think it's like $75K, even though she brings in something like $36 million to her city.
What?
You're about there. It's 78.
78. There you go. Yeah.
And do you know what the NBA salary cap is?
The NBA has a salary cap.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I just thought.
So Caitlin Clark's current WNBA salary cap is for a rookie. Mm-hmm. So her rookie salary cap is like 78.
Well, this is her second, third season.
I think there's like your rookie for 3 seasons or something like that.
Okay.
I mean,
but still, what do you think the NBA salary cap is?
So it's different then. Like the WNBA are negotiating to increase their salary cap, which is currently only $250K. That's crazy. So like Caitlin is making $78K. The most that she can make after she's a rookie is $250K. They're trying to negotiate it so that it can be $1 million. The NBA salary cap, I don't know what a rookie NBA salary cap is, but I imagine the NBA salary cap is, what's LeBron getting paid? 300 million? What is it?
It's $154 million.
Yeah.
Which is astronomical. And the women are getting pennies in comparison.
Oh my goodness.
And I would like to give some perspective. I was making that at a nonprofit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
She is getting nonprofit wages
for bringing in that amount of money to that area, to that team, to that. But then she obviously has outside endorsements, right? Like that's where she's making her money, is through her other partnerships and deals, much the same way that you do, Ilona.
Yeah, I mean, she's the same as me. You know, we don't make much money from our sport. I think that what's crazy is that at a time, probably that 78K was actually pretty good. But the explosive rise of the WNBA from even like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, like it hasn't risen to match that. That's been the issue, that they're selling out stadiums. They're getting the fans in. She's bringing in so much money. And yet because of the salary cap, she could only make 78K. Like that's crazy. And she definitely deserves more. But even that's kind of interesting. They're only going to move it up to, so people like Asia Wilson are only making 250K. Like they need to raise that to $1 million. Even then you're like, wow, I feel like they're worth more, which is like soccer players now are getting, money like that. The female soccer
So
players.
they're currently trying to raise the WNBA salary cap to $1 million?
Yeah.
Okay.
From 250K.
But it'll still be different for rookies? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah. Well, I imagine, I don't know if they're going to keep the rookie thing, but our agent Rianne can speak on it more. When you're a rookie, you come in and you're only allowed to like have a certain amount of pay. There's a cap for how much you're allowed to get paid. That's why Caitlin Clark's there. Caitlin Clark should be getting the 250K, the max, but since she's considered a rookie still.
And why do they have the caps for rookies? Is that to protect other players, or
probably to protect salary caps are just such an interesting thing, right? I mean, we see it everywhere that they're in the league that I played for in England and whatnot. I don't really know the reason why rookies are specific, but I imagine it's so that they don't like, oh, well, you spent one season because you were drafted to this team, you spent one season there, but we'll bring you over here for this amount of money. No, it's almost like maybe to get the players to be at their teams for a bit, for those 3 years while they're rookie, and then they can start negotiating for pay elsewhere. And the New York Liberty can pay this much, and then, the Sparks can pay this much. I'm not sure. I think that'd be interesting to figure out. Cameron Brink, who is another podcast host on Wave, she hosts Straight to Cam, is, a WNBA player. And I imagine she's on this sort of salary. So like kind of the same as me, we barely make any money in our sport. So all of our money is in deals and we're just wheeling and dealing. I think Cameron Brink has done the most amount of partnerships of any WNBA athlete, something like that. She has the most partnerships. Yeah.
Like deals and brands.
Like deals and brands. She's wheeling and dealing because they have to. She's only making, I don't know, she's only making about 78K or less than that, and she has to work.
It's another job.
It's what you talk about all the time. You can't just play your sport that you love and like make a living. You gotta grind on the side as well, if that is not the thing. Well, if you guys have thoughts on, salary cap and the expansion of the WNBA, let us know in the comments what you think about all of it and what these women should actually be getting paid. All the money in the world.
All the money in the world. They're worth.